Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome in. Thanks for coming back, PokeGeeks. It's good to see you again. It's your boy, PokeGeek Dom. Just hanging out, you know, looking through the news, and I'm going to share some of it with you guys about what's coming up. We got some new Eevee Heroes drops that we'll be going through. We've got a really cool collection coming out in Japan that's very unique. And it's one of my favorite things, which is a double collectible. So you get two collectibles in one. And that's kind of fun. So we'll look at that. We also got, kind of some new info coming out as far as being able to get product in stores. So we'll talk a little bit about that too. But before I get into all that new stuff, I just want to remind you guys, don't forget, smash the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell. You know why. I don't have to tell you at this point. So I appreciate you guys, coming back, watching another video. And with that, we'll kind of get into it. Let me switch this over. Yeah, totally seamless. Really, we're just going to go through the news today. I actually had a different video planned for you guys that is going to be another foundational video. It's going to be all about learning. So, if you're not down with like boring learning stuff, you're probably not going to like the next video. So this one's probably better for you. But I just kind of had a little snafu and wasn't able to get it filmed in time, so I figured it'd be easier to just kind of bring you guys this video for the meantime while I work on that one still. But for right now, let's hit these news items, get you guys up to date, and hopefully in the future, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I think I want to start trying to keep up with the news a little more, at least bring you guys like a really short just reaction video, whenever maybe something big breaks, not for every little thing that comes out. Personally, I like that some of the little stuff that comes out, I wait a little time, digest it, and then I bring it to you guys to kind of give you, my thoughts on it. So with that, let's get into the first one. You've probably seen it here in the background, but it's Eevee Heroes. They revealed some cards for Eevee Heroes, as well as the Gengar VMAX and the Inteleon VMAX high class decks, which are like the VMAX battle decks that we get here. So going through it, we're just gonna stop and look at some of the art. I really won't go through most of the card details, like that's not too important yet. You look at this Leafeon. A lot of the V's aren't that great. You'll kind of see as we go through here, but this Leafeon is pretty cool. The background is very detailed, this forest back here, and I do kind of like that. The Leafeon itself, it's very, I'm not too crazy about how they have them portrayed in the foreground, and also this kind of I don't know what you call this art style. Like, it's almost like cell shaded to me, but I know that's probably not it and I sound dumb, but I'm not crazy about this art style. But here's Flareon giving a big old flamethrower as he's jumping up into the air. It's almost like you see this woods down here, like maybe that's the woods that Leafeon's at and Flareon's like over here fighting somebody. So moving on down, you got Vaporeon making a splash. That's what Vaporeon does. He plays in the water. Background kind of bland, nothing too crazy. Maybe those are the same woods again, or something, or maybe it's Flareon and Vaporeon are the ones having the little fight. But again, not crazy about the whatever this art style is. Then you got Glaceon. Again, this one, the background is just, what is that? Like the side of a mountain? Like you can't even really tell. The kind of 3D effects are a little cool, I guess. The like snowflakes and these kind of ice chunks down here kind of floating around the frame. So Glaceon's not too bad. I'm sure Glaceon lovers out there probably, kind of like that card. Jolteon here. Uh, Again, background very bland. Like, I'm not even sure like what this is back here. Like a craggy mountain or something in the background. There's obviously trees and he's on grass, but not crazy about this one. So Jolteon, Espeon. This one's a little better. You got kind of the trees, the sky. You got the lens flare, you know, on Espeon's gem. Gotta give him a lens flare. I really doubt I'm gonna edit that in post. No lens flares for you guys. I don't know how to do that yet. Sylveon's, you know, it's like, how can we, you know, make a cute thing cuter? I know, let's put it in a, you know, flower bed, dancing through the flowers. Just ha ha ha, look at me, I'm so cute. Just not crazy about the, you know, the you know, I take that back. The flower bed is very detailed, you know, in the foreground. Like I really didn't notice it at first glance, but now looking at it, it's very detailed, the flowers underneath. So I do like this one a little better than some of those others. Like better than Espeon, definitely better than Jolteon, better than these guys, better than Flareon. I think Leafeon's the only one that might be better than that one. And then Umbreon, my boy, Umbreon, who I'm not too crazy about. His background is very bland. I don't know what this is. Like, it looks like a building behind him, but, and you know, bricks underneath him. Every single one of these are like in nature kind of settings. All of them are outside and stuff, and then all of a sudden, Umbreon. Like, I get he's a dark Pokemon, but you know, there are caves, there are other things you could have done that are like still outside. I don't understand why Umbreon gets the shaft, and it's like, no, you're on the streets, Umbreon. You a street Eevee. You got Eevee's card here, kind of cool with the Rayquaza flying overhead. Eevee standing here. I think this is a very cute art. I do like this art. Everybody loves anything that's got multiple Pokemon. You do have the sun flare coming in at the edges of the card. That's kind of a nice touch. I think this is a nice card. I mean, it's a common, so it's whatever. Looking at some more, you got Entei there as a single strike hollow. He looks kind of cool, kind of punching. The flames coming out of, you know, his wrist. That's kind of a cool art. I'm not crazy about the background. It's very bland, but I imagine they wanted to focus more on the foreground with this kind of, you know, in your face kind of shot. So that's kind of cool. This Electrode's ready to self-destruct. The face he's making is, well, it's something. That's a very weird Electrode. Grimmsnarl, get buff. Man, look at Grimmsnarl, dude. He's been in the gym. Grimmsnarl's like, do you even lift, bro? Do you even lift? What is this? Florges? This is a Pokemon that came along when I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. Marshadow. Plenty of people love Marshadow. Rapid Strike. He's literally doing, this is like a callback. What's the movie? Oh, Kickboxer. Yeah. Or is it Bloodsport? It's one of the Van Damme movies, but Van Damme, like, you know, knocks the flame off candles by punching really close to them, you know, and this is almost like a, you know, a bit of a call to that, but it's also, he's Rapid Strike, so he's got 5 candles and he's making 5, you know, punches all at the same time. I think this Marshadow is kind of cool, honestly. I think the art is very thoughtful. It pays credence to the fact that he's Rapid Strike. Marshadow's, you know, making a grumpy little mean face over here. You know, you got the I just think the colors in the background, even though the background isn't anything special, the colors on this holo seem to be, reflect, like chosen to match really well. Like you see yellow and green, almost matching really well with Mars Shadow. So I think that one looks cool. What is this guy? Impidimp. It's kind of a weird name. Morgrim. That's something. This Voltorb. Very unique. This is, who's the artist? Komiya. Komiya is, I believe, is the one that does a lot of these, like, they're almost like crayon, it feels like. Or, again, I'm art illiterate, so, as far as how it's made. I know when it looks good, but I'm not very good at telling you how it was made. Flabebe. And then you got Floetta. Floetta Conchontia Floetta. I just offended everybody who knows French. I'm sorry. Getting into the next thing. This is the really big, part of why this news drop is exciting, and that is the Eeveelution set. The Eeveelution set, like we saw with the Nessa box and some of the other collection boxes that they've done in the past, this one is coming for Eevee Heroes. As you can see, the artwork on this box is just stupendous. You've got all the Eeveelutions. You even have a few throws in a few different areas. You've got the little Fampy watering can is really cute in this artwork. You've got Leafeon who's eating the orange berries out of the bush. You got the cheerful little Eevee here. You got Umbreon dead center looking right into your soul, telling you better smile. Jolteon over here, Glaceon, just having a good old time with Sylveon over there on the stairs. So that looks really cool. You get that artwork on sleeves. You get that artwork on a deck box. Is it 2 deck boxes, or is that just 2 different pictures? I don't know. I think it's just, one deck box. But this is everything you get with it. You actually get 2 boxes of Eevee Heroes. You get the sleeves with the artwork on it, the deck box, the big collection box. But this is the big granddaddy of them all, the one that everyone is excited about, and that is the Espeon promo that comes with this collection box. This Espeon, what it's being priced at right now, because these boxes have already come out, so you already have Espeon promos that are being put on eBay, and the last time I looked they were close to $600, which I think is crazy for something that most people don't even have in their hands yet. But that's also a role of scarcity and how much people really want this card. And a lot of the people who are Eeveelution lovers, but Espeon lovers especially, they're gonna want this card. This card may not come to America because it's a Japanese collection promo. I would very much hope that it does, but if it doesn't come to English, this card will be heavily sought by everyone who's an Espeon lover, but even just an Eeveelution collector will also be looking for this card. To talk about the art on this card, first of all, you have the Gigantamax Espeon taking a nap on some poor person's house. This person, he probably pays a mortgage. He's been working on this house. His grandfather left it to him, and Espeon's taking a frickin' nap on the damn roof. I'd be pissed. I'd be out there throwing Pokeballs, Pikachus, whatever I had to do to get him off my damn house. But anyway, he's sleeping on the house. Wingles are just flying around his big old sleepy head. Oh, what are the Wingles waiting for? Do they think he's got some food? Like, are they just hanging out because he's cool? Maybe it's his glowy gem. They find it, a shiny object. But one of my favorite parts of this artwork is that if you remember back in one of my previous videos, we went through the Chilling Reign secret rares and alternate arts, and we saw the Ice Rider Calyrex and Shadow Rider Calyrex both going through artworks that had this style of architecture on the houses. Now, when you really look at the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, the alternate art, it's in an area that is all these houses, but it has the red beams of light coming from those the Pokemon dens or the wells where you get the Watts in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now you look in the background of this promo, you've got those same red lights coming up, you know, from the Pokemon dens and the Watts. So it's so just so great how they're linking all these, like, you know, before it was like we might see some promos that were linked between, you know, maybe 3 promos like the Vivid Voltage blisters that had Grookey Sobble and Score Bunny, and all 3 of their artworks kind of made one big artwork picture. Well, now we're looking at intra-set artworks that tell a story, and those are some of my favorite things when it comes to you know, trading cards and artwork, or just, you know, just anything. Like when you see those little contiguous like Easter eggs that just pop up, like, you know, when you're watching a TV show and a character you haven't seen in like 4 seasons pops back in for a cameo, and you remember them, and like it's that link to something from before and having their story continue. It's like this Espeon is a continuation of that Shadow Rider, or I'm sorry, the Ice Rider Calyrex's story of walking through possibly this same town. So I love that about this card, and I imagine that's what a lot of people see in this. This artwork is great, but these evolution sets were actually put on to the Pokemon Center and almost immediately sold out. The Pokemon Center website in Japan crashed for a long time. Nobody could access the website, and pretty much everything sold out. This isn't confirmed, but a lot of people are assuming, and I would think that it's a pretty good assumption, that a lot of this was bought up indeed by, you know, people using bots. Bots are able to, you know, fake IP addresses, fake, you know, different accounts, and buy multiples of, you know, products, even when there's, you know, even on Japanese Pokemon Center's website, they had a limit on this particular item, and bots are still able to get around that. So unfortunately, that caused a big problem. Apparently some orders are getting canceled now, and Japanese Pokemon Center is now issuing a lottery system that they're going to start later this month, where you can sign up for the lottery. You may have to be a Japanese resident. I know there are some people who are talking about possibly entering using proxy services. Use all of those things at your own risk, but you can enter the lottery, hope to get that lucky, you know, name draw, get the email, and possibly get your hands on one of these boxes at, you know, the retail price that they're going for in Japan. And I think there's, you know, not much better price or hope that you can get than trying to do that, because on the secondary market, these things are going to be crazy. They're going to be just like the Nessa boxes went up, you know, kind of right at the beginning of the hype, and then you have the Mario and Luigi Pikachu boxes, you know, just all the collection, not all of them, but a lot of the collection boxes like these, when they involve, you know, people's favorite Pokemon, they're gonna go crazy. People want these things because of the extra goodies, because of the extra art, and in this case, because of this promo. Alright, moving on to some of the other things. You have the Eevee Heroes VMAX special set. That's a mouthful. This is, you get 1 of 4. Could be Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, or Espeon full art promos. You get 1 of those, and it also gets 8 Eevee Heroes regular booster packs. As you see, the one of the 4 VMAXs can come in this special VMAX pack that's kind of displayed in the middle. So that's one of the things that are also went up on the Japanese Pokemon Center's website and sold out just like any of the other Eevee Heroes things. But that one will also be given away by lottery, just like the other. Moving on to the next one, you got the Gengar and Inteleon VMAX High Class decks. These most likely will be coming to us in America as its own version deck. Usually it's the VMAX battle decks or different things like that. They call them different things, you know, depending on what they do. But yeah, you got the Inteleon, you got the Gengar one. I'm not really sure why Crobat is being featured. I guess he just comes in it. But you get a deck box, you get the coins. Oh, this is the collection box that comes with both, I believe. Let's see, you got the high class deck, yeah. And you get 2 copies of either VMAX, so it's most likely like a 2-2 in that deck. The double box is what we're looking at here. Comes with both decks, and then also includes promo versions of Empoleon V and Tyranitar V. So you get a little extra if you do go with the double box there. But if you want to look further, we can look at the artworks. This is the Gengar V. Nothing too special. This 3D artwork is, you know, just very plain. Not too much to see there. This Gengar VMAX, though, on the other hand, is just very crazy and wonky, and that's kind of what I like about it. It's very, you know, kind of over the top. We've seen Mega Gengar before. Now we're seeing the, you know, Gigantamax version displayed here. He's got the huge tongue that almost comes out of the picture at you. You can see all the way down into Gengar's mouth to where you see his uvula back there in the very, very background. So another 1x5 band. The background is just, you know, I don't even know what that is. Swirlies. It looks like Christmas tinsel or something. I don't know. Moving on to Inteleon, the V. I do like the background here. You know, it's nothing too special, but it's definitely better than some of the other ones we've looked at so far. Inteleon himself, kind of cool. They made it to where they, I don't know how you fit this entire Pokemon's body into a picture, but they figured it out. The kind of 3D water. I don't know about that. It's, you know, it looked okay with the snowflakes, you know, going back to the Glaceon we looked at earlier, but I'm not too crazy about the way that this water looks. Like, this looks like, you know, PS3 rendered water. Looks like it's a little behind the times. But then you got Inteleon VMAX, the sniper, standing up there, just waiting to take a shot. Bit shot. Artwork, same thing as far as the background. It's got that tinsel, like, streamer look. It's something. I do like that he's very, like, up in your face, you know? But other than that, nothing too special to see there. They revealed one of the trainers. Nothing really special, but this one is. Pokemon Center revealed that they're going to have, let's see, is it May 8th to August 7th, whenever you make a purchase at a Pokemon Center, I believe it's any Pokemon Center, yeah, any Pokemon Center stores, you get this jumbo card promo, which is like a YouTube channel promo, and in the artwork, you see Pikachu, Bulbasaur, and Shanks, and they're being videotaped in the foreground, so it's like they're making their own little YouTube videos, like they're literally doing what I'm doing right now. So it's very cute. They all look great the way they're drawn. This is obviously a female Pikachu. You can tell from the curl of the one side of the heart. But this is, I think, a really awesome artwork. It's a shame that it's a jumbo card. I think a lot of people wanted to see it be a regular card, and then later on it was revealed to be a jumbo, and that kind of deflated some people. But I don't know. I think jumbo cards are starting to get a little bit of traction with some people as far as collectors go. There are some people out there who do collect jumbo cards, and I think the artwork on this one and just the whole concept behind it, it's very cool. So, getting on to the next subject after that, we'll move over to here's some of the Eevee Heroes VMAXs were revealed. You got Flareon VMAX, again with the tinsel. I do like the colors a bit more in this one. Flareon looks kind of cool. The flames kind of coming off of his artwork, like almost off of his ears there and everything. But nothing too crazy as far as foreground. We do see that he is single strike. We got the Vaporeon. Again, nothing too special. Rapid Strike. We got Glaceon. Background again, it's like they all have pretty much the same background. Like you can interchange all of those backgrounds, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference really. So it shows like no uniqueness about the art when it comes to the background. So you expect like something really special from the artwork with the Pokemon itself, and I just feel like a lot of these really didn't hit as far as artwork in the foreground. This Jolteon, I gave him got almost like bunny ears in this picture. Espeon, a little cooler as far as the way, the just kind of, I guess it's just the style of Espeon. Obviously I like Espeon maybe a little more than the others, just from a Pokemon standpoint, but I just like the way that Espeon looks there. Maybe it's just the pose. Umbreon, my boy. I don't know. I like the colors. I like the red accents because, I like red and black, but I do like that it almost has like kind of a charcoal artwork look about it, but I don't feel anything special about its pose or what's happening. There's nothing happening. Like is this Umbreon running from somebody? Is it jumping through the air? We really don't know. So, I feel like that takes away a lot from the art. They did introduce some trainer cards, which are the badges. These are tool cards that do different things, but we'll have to see whether or not these really become playable in the long run. But I think it's cool that they're doing kind of little unique trainers like that. We'll see if they actually stand up. Going to the next thing, this is the news about the lottery system, which I've already mentioned, but essentially the Pokemon Company came out. They said that they were really sorry about what happened with trying to get pre-orders for Eevee Heroes, because essentially they were all bought up and by bots and stuff like that, and crashed the website, and a lot of people weren't able to get the product. So they're now instituting a lottery system, which I talked a little bit about. You can sign up for there. Like I said, do all that stuff at your own risk as far as trying to fill out that information, enter the lottery, go through a proxy service to get that, because I'm pretty sure it can only be shipped to a Japanese address. So just something to look at. That, like I said, that includes, the Eevee Heroes, all three of the products, including the VMAX special set, and then also the collection box that comes with the Espeon promo. You got the high class deck, the Gengar, and the Inteleon. So all those things will be involved in the lottery for those particular products. Moving on to the next thing, and I think this is really big news that I'm big excited about. I talked about how I love double collectibles. Well, this is a double collectible of all double collectibles. Pokemon Company has, partnered with, I don't know what the mail system is called in Japan, but essentially they're making stamps that look like Pokemon cards, as well as showing the original stamps that these promos here, which are Pokemon cards, which are promos that have the, like artwork inspired by the original stamps. And if we look here, I believe right here shows the original artwork of the stamp. This one is called Beauty Looking Back, and what they've done is they've recreated this artwork of Beauty Looking Back in more of a Pokemon style, even down to the point of putting that hairpin in her hair and everything, like all the details of the original picture, but then also making Pikachu part of that picture. It's very unique. It involves two different, art styles coming together to make this kind of unique version of it, immortalized in a card, in something we've never seen before. So you also have the other promo is these Cramorant diving down. I believe this artwork is known as Moon Goose, which you can see right here. Here is the Cramorant version, doing the Moon Goose thing. You also have this sheet, which will have stamps highlighting the three originals from base set. You also have a few other guys in here from more recent things like Scorbunny, Yamper, I believe that's Squabit, Zacian, and Zamazenta, which will also be as stamps. They're saying that it's going to be limited to an initial print run of 80,000 boxes, so I'm sure that these will be really popular and a lot of people will buy them out. It's most likely, this is a situation that's kind of like the Munch promos or the Scream promos, as some people call them. But when you see these kind of cross collection areas, like those are areas that, it really has a chance to take off, just because it's not only that they want to be collected by one group of people who love Pokemon, or another group of people who love stamps, but also really by people who love both of those things. So this one collectible can mean a lot to a lot of different people, making the demand that much higher for it. So they also talk about some other stamp sheets that they will be coming out with as well that you can purchase. This includes this one that has Pikachu, Eevee, Butterfree, I believe that's Cinderace. Isn't that Cinderace? I can't always tell. Magikarp with the derpy Pikachu in the background, the back of the Pokemon card, which I think is really cool. Mewtwo, Lucario, Lightbird, Jirachi, everyone's favorite Jirachi card. And then we have one more. This one's more of a cutesy artwork, but I think the artwork on these is excellent. Like, just all of these are excellent. Look at this one. Pikachu running through the field. You got Charmander, you got Gible, you got Delibird, you got a Bidoof back there. Then you got, Pachirisu, Meowth, a Cherim. I forget what this little flower guy's name is. You can roast me for it, I don't care. I've missed a lot of Pokemon, so I'm still learning a lot of the ones I missed. But Pikachu is perfectly displayed there. I even love how the stamp kind of curls around Pachyrisu's tail. That's kind of really cool. Um, Rose petals. Everything about that stamp is really cool. I love all of these artworks. The Pichus, Togepi driving Pikachu crazy. Like, I feel like this is a stamp for parents. Like, this is the parental stamp right here. Then you've got this, like, I just love this one. This one is like this very, it's so different than all the others. All the others are so, cheery for the most part. But you look at this one and it's very melancholy. It's raining. Pikachu is kind of just looking out at the rain like he'd like to go out there. Slowpoke is just staring at his reflection in a puddle. It's very soft and gentle, but still melancholy and slow and just gazing off into the rain. Like, I really like that that stamp. This one, you've got the kind of beach scene with this Paris lookalike who's got a rock on his back. Get at me, I don't care. Squirtle, Lapras in the background. Just all the beach scene ones are always good. This one, Munchlax, Morpeko, Mimikyu, Pikachu is just, can't believe his eyes. Both these guys are just eating like crazy. This little Applin baby down here is he's like fearing for his life. Please don't eat me. And I think that's why Pikachu just can't believe his eyes. He's like, please don't eat the apple Pokemon. That would be scary. But yeah, this is the hangry stamp. Maybe this is afterwards. They ate all they ate all that food and now they're snoozing. This is a little sleepy. Oh, they're not snoozing because of that. They're snoozing because Jigglypuff is out there on a stump. Put everybody to sleep with his Jigglypuff song. You got two Nidorans in the background snuggling. You got Pikachu snuggling with an Oddish. Bulbasaur just chilling on his stump. And then you got a cute little Cleffa. Just little Cleffa snuggling with Snorlax. Isn't that... It's just adorable. And I love the sunset colors in the background. That's a great one. This one right here. Is this a... I feel like this is a tub or maybe a hot spring. Yeah, I think it's a hot spring. And this one's really cool, just kind of a hot spring scene. They had to bring in Wobbuffet, I guess, at some point. And for once, he actually looks like he should have his hand up there. Nothing too crazy about this one. I would say this one's kind of down there for me. If I had to pick one I'm not that excited about, this one's like okay. This one, I mean, I'm gonna love it, so I'm biased about this one, but I love Vulpix. Eevee I'm cool with. Pikachu, he's the mascot. Like, this is the perfect one for me. The only one you could have done better is putting like Umbreon and Mewtwo on here, and then I would have just found all of these just for me. But I love this scene. They're playing. It's fall. There's leaves everywhere. Maybe they're jumping into piles of leaves, playing tag. Who knows? But it's a great scene on that stamp. You go to the next one. This one is also a little melancholy, so I kind of like that. But it's a snow scene. I can't tell, like, are they in an igloo or a cave or something? But they're in there. They're trying to stay warm. There's a Ditto in the background taking a little nap. Mew's chilling there, talking with his, little Pikachu friend who's warming his hands. You got little Snoms hanging out up top. And you got this little Piplup coming in. He's like, hey, I got a snowball for you. So, a lot of these stamps I really like. I think this sheet in particular will be heavily sought after. Like, just every art on here, even the one that I don't particularly care for, but every single art on this sheet is just, it's great. So,
I think that's that's definitely something to keep an eye out for. It will be hard to get. I can almost guarantee it. And when it hits the secondary market, it will be expensive. So do what you can. That's all I can say for myself, even. Like, I'm going to try and go through the channels that I can go through and see if I can get some. But this is something that I think, Pokemon Company, maybe they'll do some more of this kind of stuff in the future, but this is 25 years, and this is a very unique thing that they've never done before. So I'm excited to see those come out and see what they really look like, and hopefully get my hands on some. Last bit of news, this is just shame on you. If this is anybody who's watching this video, I'm sure it's not. But if you haven't heard by now, I'm sure a lot of you have. There's been a lot of stuff going on in retail stores. People just fighting over trading cards. You've already had where Target has set up line systems through text message, or only stocking during certain days, or whatever it may be. They've done a lot of things to try and curb and make sure that they don't have a bunch of people waiting around in their stores all the time. And it's kind of come to the point where people are getting in fights, they're getting in arguments. This particular situation happened on May 7th, where a dude pretty much got assaulted by 4 20 somethings who all over trading cards, which to anybody with a sane mind, that seems almost like it just seems crazy to think that somebody would fight somebody over cardboard. But with the way people treat things, as far as anything that is money, or is valuable that they can turn into money, or view as being able to turn into money, I feel like stuff like this is bound to happen eventually, especially when you have a secondary market that is just going, bananas, and has been for a while. So that kind of spurred a lot of this. But essentially, after that situation, a lot of Targets have put this sign in their store. I haven't been to Target in my area in a little while, so I'm not sure if this is up there. But apparently it is going around that this is a corporate-wide thing, and that's that effective May 14th, Target's no longer going to carry any kind of trading cards, whether it's baseball, NBA, NFL, or Pokemon. They don't mention any of the others, like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, any of that, so I don't know if they'll be maybe stocking those and not the others, because they think that nobody cares about those. But it only takes the right thing to come out for those things to blow up, and then people think that they have to wait in line for those. So it's just crazy. We never thought we would get to this point, but that's what happens when scarcity essentially takes hold. Supply has been a problem for well over a year. People have been making a lot of money off of the fact that supply has been a problem for over a year. And when you make serious money, maybe almost quit your job money, and I'm sure there are people out there and know somebody who's done something like that. People get to the point where they get used to a lifestyle or having so much money, and so now you're seeing a lot of people fighting over that small amount of supply, because a lot of people want to get in on what they think they can make easy money with. And it's just a shame to see this. Pokemon kind of gets wrapped up in it. I feel like most of the time when I've ever seen situations, because I've actually seen, guys get in verbal arguments over this, like cutting in line, or who was here, or, blah, blah, blah. There's so many excuses I've heard before, waiting in a line to get Pokemon cards when all of this kind of started. I've since given up. And don't forget, kids, pre-order, because it's about the best you can do right now. Try and get in on pre-orders as early as you can, at least until things start to get a little better. But if you're still looking for Chilling Reign or waiting out for Eevee Heroes, all I can say is pre-order. But so it just seems like Pokemon gets wrapped up in that. At least in my area, every time that I've gone to try and get Pokemon cards, there's only been, out of a line of maybe 20 people, like 2 or 3 people who are actually looking for Pokemon cards. So it's just it's a shame, because I think that'll hurt a lot of people. Big retail stores are kind of the entryway for a lot of new players, new people who want to play like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh, or collect any kind of trading cards, like seeing them in a store aisle, or like at the little checkout lane, like right there, in the impulse buy area. Like, that's how people start collecting something a lot of the time, especially kids. They see something that they want because they recognize a character, or a show that they watch, or whatever it may be. Taking these products out of the stores is just gonna hurt that new player base by giving them less entry points in order to get into the hobby. So I feel like that's part of the missing thing about this. Everybody's upset about, oh man, I can't get Pokemon cards, but they don't think about all those new people who are supposed to come into the hobby, but they really can't, because who wants to be like, hey, I really want to collect Pokemon cards, I can't find them anywhere, but man, it'd sure be nice to start a collection if I could open a pack. So without paying $1 million, for a pack. So it's a tough situation, and Target has gotten to that point to where they're doing it nationally with their stores. A lot of people have seen this picture, and I'm sure you've seen it around the internet. My initial thought after seeing this picture and kind of parsing it is that this is likely just an individual store that put this up. I've not seen this in any Walmart that's near me, but I haven't been like super recently, so maybe. But everything to me seems like this is likely, just a single store and not a corporate wide kind of thing for Walmart. But if Walmart does decide to go that way, if they're having problems at Target and now Target's no longer doing it, all those people are just going to start going to Walmart, or Myers in my area, or whatever you may have in your area. Like, if they just keep doing this and running this cycle, like, they're eventually going to just chase trading cards out of retail stores, and it'll be to the point to where the only place you can get them are your LGSs, or online on a secondary market directly from the Pokemon Center, or some website that lets you pre-order. But it's kind of funny, because everybody's like, oh, my LGS is, they charge so much, they're scalpers. And it's like, well, if this happens and retail stores no longer carry product, where are you going to get product now? Now you're going to be happy that your LGS is there. Hopefully, they didn't go out of business during the pandemic. A lot of businesses were hurt. And so, like I said, it's unfortunate, but, what can you do? People are going to be people. They're going to do what they do. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. It felt fun to kind of bring you the news, kind of, do a little laid back, have some fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I do have that next foundational video coming out soon. I will try to get that to you guys as soon as I can. Hopefully be filming that this weekend and then get to work on editing. But again, love you guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. And until then, stay geeky.